Welcome to another episode ChatwithHai. I'm your host Hai, and today I am with.
Oh, that's my cue to come in, right?
Yes, that's cute. That's cute.
Yeah, I'm Chloe. Hello.
What's up, Chloe?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad. It's a over here. It's a bit hot today, so.
Yeah, I just got a message. It's 30 degrees, so
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit. Mm.
although it's now saying 27, but yeah,
That's a bit. It's a bit
it's
better.
still
It's a bit
it's a
better.
bit better. My room is cooling down now. I've
Yeah.
not I yeah like I told you before we started, my room doesn't get very hot.
No, you're very lucky. Cause
Yeah, it makes up for the times I had to live in a sauna. That was my
yeah,
previous room.
yeah, you lived in a
Yeah.
previous room and it was pretty hot. You told me, I
Mm.
remember. My room
It,
is
it was
yeah.
it was even hot in the spring
Oh
when it
my
got
god.
above 15 degrees. I would be hot there.
Oh, that's bad. No, my room with summertime, it's an oven. It's a freaking oven.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
You're also on the top floor. That doesn't help.
Yes, I live in an attic basically. So you'll be sweating a lot,
Mm.
especially at night. Oh my god. There was a time I
Yeah,
had to sleep in the living room because I couldn't handle all the heat.
it's bad. Yeah, it's really bad.
Although,
I've had
yeah.
I was in. Oh no, wait. That was the turn. I was in Malaysia a couple of years ago with a friend of mine, and we were sleeping in a room where it was the exact opposite. The air conditioning broke, so it was way
Oh,
too cold.
way
So
too
we went
cold.
into the living room to warm up.
Oh,
It was
that's
freezing.
that's crazy. That's not what you expect from
Yeah.
Malaysia.
No, no. The rest was way too hot, but we preferred way too hot over freezing cold.
I can't
Because
imagine.
we were laying in the bed and it was just like I can't almost not feel my toes. It's really bad.
Oh no,
Hmm.
that's bad. No,
Uh,
for me, my room is really bad. But for my birthday, my parents gave me an amazing gift. It's a
which
super
was
strong fan. I don't know
oh
if you
nice.
hear it in the background because I have it on right now.
I
Uh,
don't. I can turn up the volume to see if it can.
oh, try it.
No, I can't.
Oh, that's great. Hopefully the audience also don't hear it because it does make a sound. But um, this fan is amazing because it's fancy. It has a remote,
Ooh.
so I can make it turn around, go faster, do other things. But my favorite
Hmm.
addition to this fan, what it can do, like my favorite function,
Yeah.
it can spray mist.
Oh,
So on the back it
that is nice.
has a water holder container,
Yeah.
and from there it sprays mist. So it looks really cool as well. So it's like a normal fan, but as if there's like mist coming out of it as well, and it is like spraying you basically. So
Yeah, but that is really nice.
it's interesting. It's interesting as well because I put my glasses in front. It didn't get wet.
Yeah. It didn't.
No.
Oh, it's
So
just damp then.
yes, it's very subtle. So so you just get an extra cooling layer, and I got a remote, and it just works. And it looks really cool. I don't have my camera on right now, but it's so cool. As in like cool, as in like refreshing, but also cool as in it looks cool.
Yeah, I got that. That's a good pun.
For people wondering what he's talking about, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. I got that. I was just responding to a message I just got.
No problem, no problem. But without
But yeah,
further ado,
happy Pride Month, by the way.
exactly, because it's Pride Month, I thought this is a
Yeah.
very fitting topic to talk about.
Yeah, we were going to do it anyways, but since it's Pride Month now, it
Yes,
makes more
as if
sense.
it was planned. It wasn't.
As if it was planned, yeah. No, it wasn't.
It really wasn't. I had no clue. Actually, I found out like I don't know. I think 2 days ago.
No.
No. That it
One
was.
week ago.
No. I found out it was Pride Month 2 days ago.
Oh. No, I knew it was Pride Month already. I've got
I
my
heard I
flag.
saw like the announcement. I was like, oh, yeah, everyone ready for it? I was like, oh, wait, what? Oh,
Yeah. No,
That's-
no. You can get my. I've got my flag ready. If there's gonna be a parade,
um,
you saw it in the background.
yes.
Yeah.
So the audience
Yeah, I've
don't know
got
that, but Chloe showed her new hairdo.
Yep.
To me.
It's purple.
It's freaking purple and it's super cool.
It really is. I love it.
It's so cool. But yeah, everybody who has been on my channel or has been on the Peaches and Puff channel or know us, know Chloe as a different person before.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that you might have guessed it from last stream.
Yes.
Thingy.
Podcast. Yes.
Thingy. Yeah,
The
that's
thing that
what
we're
it
doing
was.
right now. That thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the thingy thing. Yeah. I got called out by doing this on stream as well.
Oh.
So don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, people
okay.
were saying whenever I try to explain something, but I don't really know what it is. I just say thing.
The thing.
Yeah, the thing, which is not clear at all, but which I know, but I just can't find the word sometimes.
The thing is also a superhero.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. He only wears underwear.
I wasn't aware. I don't know much about superheroes at all.
You know the design of the thing, right? He just wears an underwear. He doesn't wear a shirt or anything.
The thing is with the cracked skin, right?
Yes, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, then I have the good superhero in mind.
So I'm gonna talk really fast off topic about the thing. So apparently in the comics,
Go ahead.
like that, I think that one of the latest comics, under his stony exterior
Mm-hmm.
is still flesh.
Really?
Apparently, so they showed it, and I was like, what? But I just saw like I don't know on a YouTube film or something like that. I don't remember. But it was a recent comic. I don't know which one. I didn't read it. I just heard about it. But okay, that's all what I want to say about the thing. Moving on.
All right. But yeah. You might know me under my dead name.
Under your what name?
Dead name.
That name.
That's what you call it, or well, that's what people usually call it.
Okay.
It's a name that you are not going under anymore. So
Right.
it's a different person basically.
Yes.
Which is also why a lot of trans people don't like people who ask about people's dead names, or with Elliot Page coming out,
Yes.
refer to them as their dead name. It's really just such a dick move to do.
Right. Also, it was interesting to see also Demi Moore was not Demi Moore, Demi Lovato.
Yep. They
Came
came out
out
as
as
non-binary.
non-binary. So that's pretty interesting to see, right? That there's like changes in also in the celebrity world that I saw people were shocked. People were like, what, this and that. And
Yeah, it's good that they came out as non-binary.
yeah,
because there's just not really a lot of people that come out as non-binary.
yes,
Especially because it's not really like male to female, female to male is much more. I mean, people are also still a lot of people are transphobic or just do casual transphobia, but that's even more accentuated to people who are gender fluid or are non-binary or are agender.
Yeah.
So it's good that people that they came out as non-binary.
For sure. Also, I noticed as well, me included, a lot of people are not fully educated on this, right?
No, true.
For example, for me, I support everyone in it, but honestly, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And I'm just gonna be honest with you. So if I ask weird questions or like uncomfortable questions, let me know.
Yeah, no, sure.
I'm an actual clueless person, I would say. I mean, I know a little.
So there are a couple of questions that you don't usually don't want to ask to trans people.
Yes.
Which is revolving around either their surgeries or their genitals. Like,
right.
That's none of people's business.
No. I'm not curious about that.
I mean,
anyway.
I'm sure you wouldn't have asked.
No.
And I'm willing to explain things about it.
Yes.
And I myself, to certain people, I wouldn't mind explaining what is going to happen. Like, I wouldn't mind explaining it to you, but I wouldn't mind explaining it to a random person on the street who would ask me, "Oh, so what are your genitals?" I like that's like none of your fucking business.
Exactly. And also, I mean, some people are open enough to it, so you can do your research on it.
Yeah, it's just like Google it.
Exactly. We live in a digital day and age where you can find everything, anything, just to say, hey.
So
to a certain.
Google it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because then my device gonna start and gonna search for me, and I don't want that. So that's why I stopped at hey.
Hey, Alexa, Siri.
Yeah. Hey G, what's up?
Hey G. Yeah.
But
I've had multiple days that it just goes off in the background.
Yes.
And I'm just like, stop searching for random shit, please.
But yeah, without further ado, yes, we're talking about Chloe changing.
Yeah, gender. I'm male to female, so I'm she/her.
Yes.
You don't hear it in my voice. I've not done much voice training yet, so.
Only in the previous episode in the intro.
No, I didn't. I didn't really do it.
A little bit.
I try sometimes, but it's hard to keep up.
Yes, it's. I mean, last week, when did we start? Did I call you again?
In the morning.
No. I mean, like before the podcast. I called you before. When you gave me the news, basically. When was that again? 2 weeks ago?
On the 18th.
Okay. So
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago on the Tuesday.
Yes. So.
I did it then, like, a little bit.
Yeah, because I just called. I just called my friend up and say, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Yeah. No, that was. Yeah, no, I haven't known for long. I've known since the start of April.
Right. 2 months.
So about 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I was saying is you don't ask a trans person about either the genitals, or surgeries, or anything containing to their medically transitioning.
It's none of your business.
It's none of your business, and you don't ask them about their dead name, which I see a whole lot of people do. Like, oh, what was their name before this? That's not. Who cares?
It's not important.
Don't ask that.
Actually, if you want to know, just watch our first episode on my channel.
Yeah, you could.
Because it's there, but it's not important because I feel like we live in the here and now, And I think this is more important. And also, when you told me, sure, I was shocked, but you know, I wasn't like, oh, what? That's weird or something like that.
Yeah, no,
And the reason why is because it should be normal. It
it
should
should be.
it should be a normal
It
topic and be normal. Like what? Because
it,
for
it
me, it's like whatever Chloe wants to do, that's her own business.
yeah, and that's exactly, yeah. That's the what I've been learning a lot about as well. It's just that there is so much more possible, like with non-binary and agender and gender fluid.
Yes.
If people want to feel like that, then they should be able to, because
Right.
I see a lot of commentary. I still I saw that yesterday. Like, oh well, if their bones are dug up, they would see it as this or this gender. Who cares? Like, who cares?
You see them as
That's for
human.
that's yeah, that's 400 years later. Why does that matter now? Why would you then make their life way more difficult and
But also,
degrade their mental health,
yeah,
because there's a high suicide rate in people who are transgender, but it's mostly due to the societal pressures and the pressures from people who don't accept them.
right.
It's also the case with detransitioners, because you have a couple of detransitioners, which there are not a lot. Some people exaggerate that number a lot, but that's mostly due to societal pressure and pressure from their family and friends that they should detransition, which is just, yeah, it's basically telling a depressed person, no, no, antidepressants are not for you. Just don't take them. Like, what?
Yeah. What?
Or telling a person who was broken their leg, yeah, yo, no, no, I don't think you need a cast, so let's not have that cast on you.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, or person with hearing aids, or with the thing for your heart that shocks it sometimes. What you call that?
A heart monitor?
Yeah, something like that.
I can't go with the name. What is it again?
Yeah, no, me neither. But
It's not
that thing.
important.
Yeah,
Beside the point.
someone else saying like, oh, you don't need that, so what? Let's take the just put the just have that taken out. It's so weird.
Right. I know it's like, like especially with the internet society thing. It has like good and bad things. In the
Yeah,
sense of like,
yeah,
um, there's some good parts in it, as in people are more talkative and they can reach more people alike online, where they can talk to and find out what they're missing or what they think is it good or
yeah.
bad, is it, why am I having these thoughts, what's going on, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel like if we didn't
that's the whole
had this,
reason.
yeah, if we didn't
Yeah,
have this, a lot of people would have been searching their whole lives and can't find the reason why they feel so unhappy or so different.
yeah, yeah. So that's basically how I found out too, mostly,
Yeah.
because I was I, w- I can honestly say that I've had these thoughts since I was like 10, or maybe before that even.
Yes.
Like, I told people that, and that's true, my first dream that I can remember and still remember is of me being a woman.
Right.
Which, yeah, which in retrospect, that's just like, wow, that is telling.
It's very telling.
but but yeah, it's when you don't, because that was the problem
Mhm.
before the internet and before being able to talk with people about this. You If you didn't meet a person who was actively, well, uh, a trans person or had the same problems as
Yes.
you had to deal with it alone, and yeah, you don't know anything about it because in my next song I'm talking as well about it. Just like those were different times. You had to figure things out all on your own because otherwise you would never find. You had to figure things out on your own, and if you didn't, then you would just not find out and just be unhappy for some reason.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good that there are communities that now that you can go to and ask these questions because there are just a lot more people. There might not be many people, but there are a lot more people that are feel the same things, and of course, people can make bad use of it. Like there are communities that are absolutely terrible
Yes.
and just make things worse for everyone. But there are also communities like the one I found, which are actually helpful and try to help people find who they are and make their life better.
Yes. That's very good.
Because yeah, I've been living for these with these things for about 16 plus years that I actually knew about them.
Yes. That's quite a lot.
And yeah, that's quite a lot. And I was basically also toxic to myself, saying that, oh no, you should just repress these feelings because you'll never change anyway. I was a kid, so I didn't know any better. So
Fair. Yeah.
I thought these things to myself.
Is
And
it because of your environment, your society, or
no, not even.
TV
Not
or
even.
whatever? Or just yourself?
Maybe TV? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You're not sure about the point. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Because I think it mostly was because I didn't know that it was a thing at all.
Yeah. Also, you're young.
Like,
You're super
yeah,
young.
I was having that conversation with myself at about 12 or something. So
Yes.
that was maybe earlier. I don't actually remember when I had that conversation, but it
Yes.
was it was for when I was very young at least. But that was uh, yeah, let's say 2005, maybe before that. So the internet was not even really it was a thing,
But not a
but I
thing
didn't
right
have
now.
access.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really have access to it.
No.
I think when I got access to it was in middle school with a shared computer.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, with the shared computer, I think, and that really didn't have much access
No.
because basically the only thing I did on that computer was play space the space pinball machine game
Let's
and paint.
go. Let's go.
Yeah. It wasn't Windows. I started with Windows 95, and you didn't even have. You did have internet on there, but we didn't have internet.
No, it's like a phone dial-up thing, right?
Yeah, it was dial-up.
Yeah. We.
Yeah, the first couple of phones I had, I didn't want to press the internet button because that was so expensive that you would basically have to mortgage in your have a second mortgage to pay for it.
Oof.
Yeah, so the internet really wasn't a thing, and I didn't have any people in my high school who felt the same way, or at least not that I know about. Maybe there are a lot of people that feel the same way because I really believe that there are way more people that feel the same but don't realize it,
Right, or they suppress it.
or they suppress it, which is worse.
Yeah. Because
Because
without
then,
realizing that's a whole different thing. You're clueless. You don't know.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
if you know and you suppress it, that's even more painful.
that's way more painful. That's basically being in a toxic relationship with yourself.
Yes, and toxic relationships is that type of relationships are the worst. You're basically just putting yourself down the whole time, especially when you do
Yeah,
it to yourself.
yeah, because
You know,
there's no one
to blame or to.
well, no, yeah, to actually call you up and be like, yo, you need to get out of that, because no one knows about it.
Stop talking to yourself.
Yeah. Well, you have to find it out for yourself.
Yes.
But
Well, it's
but yeah, no. I'm well, how I found out was basically just me thinking about it a whole lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized at the start of April, I realized that I've been thinking about talking. Well, because I know a couple of people who are trans,
Right.
so and I was kept thinking it kept coming up in my mind. And you know how chaotic my mind is. So if I remember that something is coming back, that must
Um,
mean that I'm thinking about it a whole fucking lot.
yeah. So for the people who don't know, I know Chloe for a while now, and yes, I kind of know how chaotic her mind can be.
Yeah.
Um, Also, as a friend, I noticed it as well. Like something was off, not in like that you were weird or doing crazy stuff or anything. It was just like, to me, it seemed like you weren't happy in a sense. Like I know it's like whenever we do something fun or work on something cool, whatever, you're really into it. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like something was holding you back the whole time.
Yeah.
And of course, at the time as well, I had no clue. I couldn't
Yeah.
know.
No. 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 Yeah. No. Me neither.
So like it was an interesting, but we like not just me, other friends as well noticed.
Yeah.
Like okay, Chloe's not feeling comfortable or secure or you know.
Yeah. And that was true. I wasn't. I didn't feel um like when I found out that I had ADHD, I had a whole period that I was dissociating with myself, so I didn't feel at home in my body,
Right.
which now makes more sense because it it's also just like yeah, it makes way more sense now because I didn't recognize myself in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and now I do.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I always had a beard because when I looked at myself without a beard, it just hurt
Yeah.
because I was like, it made me look like yeah, the woman I am, but or a little bit like the woman I am, but I thought I never could be that. So that just hurt,
Hmm. Yeah.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, so I've been noticing that I've been thinking about it a long time, a lot, and I realized that I had been thinking about it more and more often
Yes.
because I was doing I kept doing better. And where when you're in good mental health or better mental health, you can think about these things without breaking down.
Yes.
Because I feel like before I had these thoughts as well, but then I just broke down or whatever. I don't remember what exactly,
Right.
but so I just decided finally at the start of April, just like I'll just go ask why how they found out. I know one person who is also male to female, and one person who is yeah, who doesn't really know for sure. They think
Okay.
they're female to male, but they could also be gender fluid.
Okay.
So I asked the male to female first, and they were just like, yeah, no, I constantly kept thinking about it, and that was the moment I was like, shit, that's me too.
Hmm. So you had someone to relate to.
Yeah,
I mean, that's good that you have a person in your life that is going through the same thing, and you can compare notes. Okay,
yeah,
what
no, yeah.
the hell is
She
going on?
she didn't really want to do that because she had way more gender dysphoria,
Right.
and yeah, no, I can believe why you wouldn't want to help someone go through the same thing if it hurts that much for you.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Yep, I mean, go talk to someone who is qualified, but I don't, yeah, I don't feel comfortable talking about it." And was like, yeah, sure.
Right.
So I did the same thing as I did with ADHD because I knew that worked. I went to Reddit and
Oh.
just searched up a couple of subreddits that were related to what I was thinking about.
Yes.
So you have a couple of trans subreddits, and you have Egg IRL, which maybe some people know. It is they're basically just memes about it, and they were all way too relatable. Like when I did it with ADHD as well, the
Yeah.
subreddit was way too relatable. So I knew there was something, and they were promoting. All those subreddits were promoting a Discord group. I don't know if I could call it out. Maybe. Yeah. They were promoting a Discord group. I'm not gonna call it out because maybe they'll get something. But if you go to the subreddits that I'm talking about, and if you have problems, then go to that Discord group because they help me a lot. Where
Mhm.
basically people who are questioning their gender can ask about it, and yeah, talk to people who are going through the same thing, basically.
Yes, you have more relatable people.
Yeah, and people who are further in their transition, or people who have already found things out about themselves, so they can
Share their
yeah, they can
knowledge.
guide you
Yes.
and tell you what's normal and what's not normal.
Right. But what is normal? What is not normal? As in thoughts or feelings, or how do you mean by that?
Um, yeah, basically thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
Like there are a lot of questions relating to. Uh, I mean, I had a question to. I asked one of the tenders because they call it like that.
Okay.
They um, tend people that are still questioning.
Yes. That's
So
searching.
I asked one of the tenders, like, is it normal? Because I wasn't feeling much gender dysphoria, like
Yeah.
very directed gender dysphoria,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a couple of things you need to know. Gender dysphoria is basically just things you don't like about your current gender. Like for example, if you're female to male, then you could have gender dysphoria about your breasts
Right.
or about your genitals,
Right.
and or about your voice, or about for me my beard, for example,
Yes.
or body hair, things like that, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe thoughts, or maybe because a lot of people are also just like yeah, but how can I be trans and female or male to female if I'm a lesbian, or if I like women, or how can I be female to male if I like men?
Mm-hmm.
And for them it's really good to know that you can be a lesbian or gay if you are trans. That
Yes.
doesn't make you less trans. Just makes you trans and lesbian, or trans and gay.
Yeah, because why is that weird, right?
Mm. It what you think in your head is just like, how can I be trans if I like women? And because what a lot of people think, and I did that too, because I was like, yeah, how can I be trans if I like women too?
Hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because it is not, because what is shown often is people who are trans who like the different gender, so
Yes.
are basically becoming straight again.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that image, a lot of people think that that is the normal. So if they're lesbian, then how can they be trans? But you can very well be a lesbian and trans, and gay trans.
Yeah, but it's
It because there are also butch women who like manly stuff, but like it as a woman,
yeah, for
and
sure.
that's fine. It is all very valid.
Everything is valid. I remember like back in the days when people were looking up, were looking weird at, um, crap, I forgot the name. I'm blanking on the name. Uh,
Racially different couples
no, no, no,
or
no,
something.
no, no, no. About
No,
guys dressing up as girls,
yeah.
right? that was like, oh, that's a weird thing, or this that, or then that, and that the community was like, why is this weird?
Yeah,
Now they have a whole show about drag queens. That was
drag queens. Yeah,
so
yeah,
now
and
they have the whole community, and they have like sorry, there's a very loud motor passing by. But that was like a whole community, and there's like a show on TV that's really popular
Mhm.
here, and you see like the change of it.
Yeah,
As in, like, it's more acceptable now. But like, I think 10 years ago,
and
people were looking down on these people
oh yeah, for sure.
for
That's
being
also why it took
themselves.
yeah, that's also why it took so long for me to recognize it, because I like a lot of girly clothes, but you can't really wear them, or you couldn't wear them 10 years ago because you would be looked down upon and you would be discriminated even if you wear girly clothes. So I never looked at it.
Yeah.
I now realize that I really like clothes and I really like fashion, but female fashion for myself. I
Right.
never and now I can buy it because I just bought a lot of clothes, because I'm all my entire cupboard is filled with men clothes, which I don't really want to wear,
Yeah.
but I basically have to wear it because I don't have anything else. Mm,
Right.
but it's still 10 years ago. You can even now it's still difficult to go into as a man to go into a store and buy female clothes for yourself, because it's still looked upon as a little bit weird, but it's becoming more and more normalized, which is good, because
Yeah.
females wearing male clothing is more normalized than males wearing female clothing.
That's what I noticed too. Especially, I went shopping with my girlfriend, and we were in a dressing room because I was helping her with pulling something off because it was too tight.
Yeah.
Not important. But the store, like the seller was like, "Oh, ladies, you cannot be in the same room together. You have to be separate." And I was like, "Ladies, what? What?" And I was
Hmm.
thinking, right, like, "Oh, because we're in the ladies section."
Oh, that's fair. That's really progressive of them.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, but you can also have your boyfriend there, or a guy just buying clothes for him, or
Yeah,
you know,
because
or
there's
or someone who's transitioning like you, who are buying clothes for themselves.
yeah.
But that's not on their mind. They think I'm in the ladies section, so they should be ladies.
I mean, or did they see you, or were they
No, no,
just
no. They saw only
coming?
only saw my
Oh,
shoes,
oh, okay, okay.
and I had colorful
Because if they saw
Nikes.
you and they said if they saw you and said ladies, that's really progressive. Because I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, no, that's
but
really cool. But
no. That's what I first thought. Like, oh, okay, they open for it or something, or. And I was like, wait,
yeah,
no. They know I'm the boyfriend of because I was walking like that. With all the clothes of my girlfriend,
hmm,
because I would never fit in those.
I mean,
So
yeah,
I was like, one plus one's two. Okay, they thought there were two ladies in the dressing room. Can
yeah,
happen, but at least say hey people, or hey whatever.
yeah,
Don't assume, right? Because next
yeah,
to us was also a couple, and the guy was sitting outside as well.
yeah. What I do think, uh, what needs to be said is like it. You should remember that you can be a guy liking liking women clothing, or a guy liking male clothing, or a woman liking male clothing, or a woman liking girl clothing, and still be trans.
Right.
Like, cause I like female clothing, so that's more accepted for some people.
Uh huh.
But if I was more butch, and just like male clothing, that would have been less accepted for some people,
Really?
which is weird. Yeah, no, because it's more accepted if you that you really dress like females, because then it's more like, all right, okay, that's I don't know. In your head, this is the questions where people go for this.
Right.
To the subreddit, just or the subreddit, the Discord group, just like, is it okay if I'm trans, male to female, and still like boy clothes? Yes, of course, that's fucking
Yes.
valid, but you think it isn't because
You're making
the
transition.
yeah,
You
the
think
picture in your head is just like, I need to only have female clothing now because
I'm going to be a
otherwise I'm not
female,
trans
right?
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I think that's also a part of society that's putting things in your
Yeah.
head, because
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely, definitely.
back in the days, the tomboy girls were whatever, and like the pretty girly girls. Everybody loves them, right?
Hmm.
Now it's a bit, I think, the other way around. Like tomboy girls are pretty popular as well now, I think.
Yeah, tomboy is really normalized.
Yeah,
That's normal.
so things change, but I feel like things in society in general, even though it's like subconsciously, they
It
put
Yeah,
people
it is slowly changing.
in shelves, like, oh, you're doing this, so you're that, you think of that, you're that, everybody has a label.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really well, that was really more accentuated before the internet really became a thing,
Yes.
like a big thing. Because then it was really like, oh, you dress like this, so you're that, and you do this, so you're this, or you are this gender, so you must like this and this and this.
Right.
I know there's a lot of things on TV like Man Hour, and it's just cars and sports and whatever. It's
Yeah.
just like what?
My favorites are, because I find it funny, not because I'm agreeing with it. It's like, yeah, food for man, beer for a
Oh
man,
yeah.
this and that. I'm just looking at it like, oh, that's so
Oh,
cringe.
it is.
I would, I would like, I would not associate
really
it
good
with it.
subreddit for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
there's a
even,
good subreddit for that.
I wouldn't even associate to it. I would just feel ashamed for it. Like, why is this a thing? Why do people in the media think, oh, this is gonna work? And obviously, there are enough idiots who really think that
Yeah,
and who believe in it.
there's a lot of there's a lot of things that people is it the subreddit that I'm thinking about? There's subreddit like unnecessarily gendered or something like that.
Okay.
And that's basically this. Just like you have a women thing and then male thing or
Right.
what or female thing like that is just the exact opposite of that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But getting back, those basically are some of the questions that people deal with there. They ask if that's okay,
Yeah.
if it's okay that they like these clothes, or because it worries them. It worried me too
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, yeah, with everything, can I still like this or this, or does that make me still trans? Because as a person you're who's trans, it is really difficult. It is first of all very difficult to get an appointment to talk to people in a gender clinic.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just, and I'm also really worried about this, that they will just refuse me there because they don't think I'm trans enough, or something like that. There's still the, I mean,
Hmm.
who was it again? Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
The yeah, that was Caitlyn, right?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
Caitlyn. Bruce Jenner to
She
Caitlyn Jenner. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, she was in the news recently for wanting to start a group to check if trans people are trans enough. It is still, even and she is trans, so she should know
Yeah.
that that I just think it's a power play, or I think she's lunatic. But there are still so many debates over my existence, basically. because there's still even though it's more accepted, there's still just a lot of people that are just like, yeah, no, it isn't a thing.
Oh.
So that worries people a whole lot. So that's why they ask those questions to reassure themselves,
Yeah.
basically that they can be who they want to be.
Yes.
I've basically at this point I've basically just accepted it, and I've started to socially transition. I've been telling a lot of people.
Yeah.
I already told my parents, and I want to tell my family too,
Yeah.
because I basically want to be vocal about this, because I get so angry by the things that are still being said. It makes me really angry about the things that are said, which are just not true,
Right.
and the hoops that we have to jump through to actually get things done, or get quality healthcare even, because basically I have to wait for 2 years to get an appointment with a gender clinic,
That's crazy.
and that is just ridiculous. Yeah, no,
Is it
they're
why is that? Is it because they're really busy, or how does that work?
there are 3 gender clinics in the Netherlands.
Okay.
There's one in Amsterdam. There's one in how do you say that in English? Groningen. And there's one in Nijmegen.
Right. Hard G's, guys. Hard G's with Dutch.
Yeah. I don't know how English people pronounce those, but
I'm not gonna even try that. I don't want to offend anyone.
yeah, no. But there are basically 3 gender clinics, and Nijmegen opened this year for people that are waiting for Amsterdam.
Oh, so
And
welcome to the wait line.
Yeah, I looked into all 3. Groningen was the one that had the least amount of waiting time,
Okay.
which is 70 weeks.
Wow.
And both Nijmegen and Amsterdam had both about 100 weeks of waiting time.
100 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Which, give or take, is a year or 2.
Yes.
It's basically 2 years. They were accepting patients that got an appointment set by the doctor in 2019.
Wow.
Though they are accepting those patients just now, and it's ridiculous that for something that cis people basically get done within a week, because I basically want to go there for estrogen, and cis people who go through menopause can get estrogen given by their doctor basically within a couple of weeks.
Wait, what is a cis people?
All right. Okay, basically trans and cis are the 2. You have the umbrella of women and men.
Yes.
And both trans people fall into trans and cis people fall into both of those categories. So you have cis women and trans women. It's basically just a descriptor.
Okay.
So a cis woman would be your girl. I think your girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay.
And you would be a cis man.
Okay.
Depending, unless you have, unless you're questioning about your gender too.
No.
Then I won't judge. But
I don't.
As far as I know, I don't know that. So I will. So you are still a cis man.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it, and honestly, no.
No, okay.
I'm happily male as I am. Yes, but for me, of course, those terms I never heard of it, because it's like I said, I'm not educated at all. It's not because I am ignorant. Nobody educated me.
No, I get that. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine if you don't know it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't know things and ask about it. If it's within reasonable conversation, like genitals and etc., that's just weird. Even if you go up to a random person and ask about their genitals, even if they are cis, that would be real weird.
Yes.
So those things, that it's fine if you don't know them. I didn't really know what it meant. I saw it around sometimes, and it was like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
But didn't really pay attention to it. But basically, yeah. So cis is a term for people who are the same gender as the gender they were assigned at birth. So
Yes, yes, yes.
that's also a lot. An acronym you'll see is a gab or a fab or a um, don't know. I think a mab. A things like this. A
Mm-hmm.
gap, a fab, I'm not sure a bab, a map, but it's basically just assigned gender at birth, assigned female at birth, assigned male at birth. Oh, so I think it's a map. Yeah, these things are also that's just basically a descriptor
Okay,
as well.
lots of
Just
names
yeah,
for lots of
that's
yeah.
basically just saying like I was a man before,
Okay,
or I was assigned as a man at birth,
right.
but I am actually a female. Or and cis people are the gender that they were assigned at birth. So
Yes,
you would be assigned male at birth, and you feel like a male, so you are cis.
right. Yeah, I found it
And
really interesting. Also, sorry to cut you off,
no, that's fine.
because I started to see it as well. For example, in other things. For example, I follow an ex basketball player on Instagram,
Yeah.
and his then son turned into female, as in like as a kid already.
Oh, who was that?
Zaya Wade.
I seen. Yeah, I've seen photos.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I thought it was really amazing that as well as not just the parents that are embracing her, but also the community,
Didn't
right?
didn't she also have a very didn't she also have a great fashion line as well?
Uh, could be. I'm not sure about that.
And yeah, no, I'm not sure either. But yeah, no,
Think so.
because because I saw s- I saw a meme not a meme,
Yes,
basically a funny post which was just like a photo of them, and then someone being hateful about it, and someone just being like, why would you be hateful about it? It's she has a great life. Why would they be mad about their daughter?
exactly. You know, Dwayne Wade and Gabriel Union are amazing people. I
Yeah.
mean, I knew already that they were awesome, you know, but this just like, you know, embracing their daughter, like, oh, I want to be uh, pronounced as her, she, her.
Yeah.
I want to be a girl, and I think it's amazing. Also, like, you know, mad props for you to come out like that and tell to the world, right? Not
Yeah.
everybody has the confidence to do that
Yeah. No, it's
at that
yeah.
young of age as well.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
the reason I wanted to go there was because I remember very vaguely there was an article about a family who wanted to raise their children non-binary,
Yeah.
and there was like a whole
Which
debate about it. Like,
and I thought it was weird at first
yeah,
until I started thinking about it recently, and was like, you know what? That makes a whole lot of sense.
right. And
Because
for me, it's personally as well. Like, I wouldn't say it the whole time to my kid, for example, but you know, I would buy clothes or toys that are for both, for boys or girls. You can play with both. That doesn't matter, you know.
yeah,
I don't want to. Oh, you have to. Oh, because you're a girly, so you have to have a Barbie. No,
yeah, no, that's
no.
basically raising what I think is a really good thing is raising uh, your children as non-binary, and it's basically just if they want to wear a dress, Not if just if they're like, mom, dad, I want to could we buy that, and just points to a dress. Buy it for them. See if they like it. If they don't like it, that's fine. But if they like it, then
Let
you're
them be.
saving them a whole lot of mental heartache.
Yes.
Mental problems, because yeah, it's important that kids explore who they are,
For
and
real.
it doesn't matter what kind of genitals they are, because the only thing that's what made it just like feel the whole the whole standard thing with the gender at birth. It's basically just telling people what kind of genitals your kids have, which is real weird.
Yes, but
If I
also,
think about it like that.
yeah, but also, how naive kids can be, right? Like and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm talking about, for example, the kids who will bully your kid for wearing a dress or whatever,
Yeah,
because they don't know better. They see mommy and daddy saying, "Oh, girls wear dresses, boys wear pants," or whatever, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
whenever
Because
someone's doing something else, suddenly you are weird,
and
and
and I
kids
don't
can be
think
cruel on that. And I feel like both teachers and parents should also educate their children young, as in like, hey, it's
that's fine.
okay
It's
for
fine. Yeah,
that kid to wear something else. You know, it's okay for your classmate to wear a dress or whatever, right?
yeah,
It's their way of expressing themselves. If you feel that way, you can do it too if you wanted to. Don't
yeah.
be afraid to try,
Exactly.
you know. But I feel like, because of, again, society, you know, it's so behind. They don't get educated, so whatever they see is different. It's weird or it's bad,
Yeah.
and I don't think
I
it's fair.
No, I don't think it's fair neither. It's more. I think it's really important that these steps are being taken,
Mm-hmm.
and I also think it's really important that we're starting to look into puberty blockers as well,
Right.
because it's important for to let your kids explore who they are. And having gone through a puberty that I didn't want, basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's I'm really happy to see that there's progress for yeah, there's progress now that people can just basically pause their puberty, because that's the only thing puberty blockers do. It's just basically pausing their puberty.
Mm-hmm.
It's fully reversible. There's no harm done. You pause a puberty, let them figure out who they are, and then either give them the normal puberty, so just get them off puberty blockers so they can go through normal puberty, or they um, can take the hormones that are for their assigned for the gender that they want to be,
Yes.
which is a way healthier way of thinking about things than, oh no, you're a boy, so because you have a penis, so you are a boy, so screw you, basically.
Yeah.
And then having to find out later that you could have paused it and just figured yourself out, because if they figure themselves out and it's just like, no, I'm really am the gender that I am was at birth, that's fine. You can just go through puberty then.
Mm-hmm.
But if they find out that they're not, then they don't have to go through such a painful experience, because it really is just really painful to go through something that you don't really want to go through,
Yeah.
because yeah, your entire body changes, but in a way you don't want your body to change. So it's basically, like I said, it causes dissociation, and it causes a whole lot of mental problems for people, because
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't I like I said, I looked into the mirror and was like, damn, I don't recognize myself or how I wanted to look, because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to look like a girl, and I didn't know back then, because there wasn't any education on it and I couldn't go to people.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that people now have the opportunity to do that, to
Yeah.
go and reflect and just see what they want, and just do things at their pace that they're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
which is why I think it's really important to talk about it. Which is also why I want to be very vocal about it, because I think it's really important for people to realize that it's not about other people. It's about the people that it's affecting.
Yes.
Like me being trans is not about some random dude on the street who doesn't like me. Like it's not about them. It's about the people that are feeling like this and don't know any better,
Yeah.
because they now can find they have a place to or they have the opportunity to figure themselves out before they do lasting mental trauma to themselves to
Yeah,
themselves.
for sure. And that's also the reason why I wanted to talk with you about it, because
Yeah.
next to me not knowing much about it, I also want to hopefully inspire or inform people who think the same as you, or feel go through the same thing as you, but they're not sure yet, or they need a little push, to hear from someone who is going through it and who did their research, that and learn from other people as well, and can share their stories and their thoughts.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
notice is for anything, because for me as well, it's like for the Asian. For me, I look at different things, but for example, for myself personally,
Hmm.
I follow Asian content creators, not because they're
Yeah.
Asian or what they
No.
represent. It's because I can relate to them,
Yeah. Exactly.
and from there I can figure out myself. Okay, because for example, I want to do a podcast for so long,
Hmm.
but I didn't know how to. Because for me, it's like, oh, but how can you start a podcast if you are introverted?
Yeah.
You know. And then I found out most of the people I follow are introverted.
Yeah, and that's really important to find out,
Hmm.
because then you can be like, oh, I can just make a podcast. I can
Yes.
just do the things that I want to do instead of
Exactly. And for me, it's not
and then not that.
about uh, the amount of likes, the amount of followers, the amount of whatever, right? For me, it's
No.
just I wanted to do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
This is what I want, and I don't have to be the next Joe Rogan or whatever. No, no, thank you.
No.
Let just me be me and just have fun.
Yeah. That's very reasonable
Yeah, but also if I can create a
and
platform
important.
which can share, stories like this, please come and be my guest and talk about it. That's why I find it cool
Yeah.
from you that you are open to talk about this here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd be open to talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about ways to talk about it more often,
Yes.
because I think it's really important for people to know that it is okay to question about things.
Hmm.
That it's not it it is it is I feel I'm beginning to think more and more. There's like it's more reasonable to just think as gender as in just like doing whatever you want than looking at it from old societal norms.
Hmm.
Because we've been talking about a lot about going it being a specific other gender,
Yes.
but not about people who are non-binary or people who are agender. To be fair, I have not I wouldn't know how it is to be gender fluid or non-binary, but I can imagine how it is.
Hmm.
I won't say any statements about it because I have no clue what it's like.
Yeah, but same for me. I cannot fathom to think about the whole LGBTQ plus T. Is that
No, no. It's LGBTQ plus.
LGBTQ plus? Yeah, that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me, I support the movement and support the expression that you can be yourself.
Hmm.
But like I said, I'm not educated by it, so I don't want to
No,
speak on it without having
no.
having knowledge, and that's why I find it interesting to speak to people like you about it,
Yeah,
who
That
are
it's also
into this world.
it's also really important to remember that it's fine if you don't know much about it. Um, you can just ask people
Yes.
the normal questions.
You don't
But
have to start a
if you
podcast.
no, if you have questions, by the way, I'm glad to answer some of them. If you're not sure about things.
For sure. And you know,
Um,
for me, I don't have many people who are trans or who are uh, open about it,
basic.
you know, or
Yeah,
like who are
I'm also a
struggling about
lesbian,
it.
by the way. So
That's freaking awesome,
people
you know.
people are wondering about if you can be trans and a lesbian. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, you can love women when you turn into women. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because, you know, why not?
Yeah, why not? There are enough women who feel like women who are also lesbian. So,
Yeah, I mean, there are people who marry with a tree, so don't worry about it.
yeah, exactly. Love who you love.
Exactly, you know, just be you. I think that's the
That's
best
the most
message,
important thing.
the most
Yeah,
important
that's
and
the
best
most
message to
important thing.
give. Be yourself. And if you don't know
Yeah.
yourself yet, you know, talk to other people and see. And if you have questions, you know, talk to other people and ask the questions.
Yeah, and don't listen to transphobes or homophobes
No,
because they
no,
don't know shit about it.
don't listen to
Also
them.
remember,
Hmm.
also remember if you're trans or uh, if you are transphobic, but or no, that's the wrong way the wording. If you're trans or if you don't know much about it, it's completely backed by science. Being trans, so if you were worried about not being weird, you're not weird. The people who are transphobic, they don't know shit.
Yes, you know,
Because
I can imagine though, for example, if your parents are against it or whatever, that's gonna be tough.
yeah, that's really tough.
But I heard from someone who had that experience before. I don't know the person. I don't know her really well. I just
Hmm.
talked to her as colleagues a few times, and it sounded really tough. And I can imagine if you're going through something
Yeah,
like that, it must be hard. But you know,
it's hard,
there's
and
always you can always find someone who can help you and back you up, and
yes,
you
I
know,
think that's an important takeaway to have when you don't have family that backs you up. Family is a great starting point.
mm-hmm.
It's a good thing to have if it is good. If it is toxic and you're only getting shit from it,
Mm-hmm.
then it is fine to say, "Screw you, family. I'll make a new one."
Yeah.
Who are actually? It is important that you are um, supported in your struggles and not
Yes.
put down. That's really important to remember that you don't. Family is a great starting point, but it is not the thing. You don't need to be with family. If you, I've heard about a lot of toxic parents. You
Mm-hmm.
can just cut them out of your life and just start your own family. That is completely normal. Because if they're not good for you, then why keep them around?
Right. You know, if you have wishes and dreams, you know, and they want to restrict you from it, that's bad. Of course, communication. Start with
Yeah.
communication first. You don't know what they're thinking. Maybe have a sit
Oh yeah.
down,
Of course. Of course.
or
If if
maybe
if
they're
they're
just
if
like
they're
don't know. You know, they really don't know, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" You know, I've seen you as my little boy or my little girl way back when I raised you and stuff like that. But you know,
yeah,
sometimes
it's
you
important to
just have
communicate.
you need to sit down sometimes and just, you know, pour your heart out.
Yeah, it's important to communicate, but realize that if they keep being toxic, then yeah, of course you can try to it's amazing to have family that supports you because it's a great starting point, and if you really do have family that supports you, that's awesome. But if they
Yes.
don't support you and you've tried and they don't want to listen, then after a while you don't have to make them listen. You
No.
can. It is hard. It's very hard because they
Yes.
should be supporting you. Because yeah, that would be great.
It's your parent, you know. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's someone you know from your whole life, and but you know, then again, you know, there are plenty of families who are broken up by even lesser things. So it's how we say it. It depends on your situation. You know, like for example, if sometimes your parents or whatever probably maybe need to, for example, need to process it still. You know, it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
something new. We like let give me a week or something like that. But maybe they don't say it like that. But that's what I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So even if they reject you initially, don't have to be forever. You know, people
Yeah.
can turn around and change. So that's also a thing.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's important to in your life. It's important to make sure. Yeah. To communicate well with people.
Right. And I get it.
Communication is key
I,
on most things.
it's funny because like communication is one of my weakest points in life.
Yeah,
But
you think we'd be trained better in communication, but
I mean, shit. Like I have a podcast. I'm not really good at communication sometimes. So you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
it is
don't
hard.
fault
It is hard.
yourself if it's hard to, for example, say it. You know, like in a conversation, you can also write a letter
Also,
or
you don't need you shouldn't have to explain yourselves
no.
because that is I've realized that after the first couple of times that I told people, they kept asking questions about it, and it is very draining. You don't have to explain yourselves. You can just say I'm this, and if they accept it, that's fine. But you
Yes.
don't have to keep trying to convince them that you are really that, because if you feel like that, then chances are that you are probably that.
Yes.
That's what a lot of people say. If you think you are trans and you have feelings about that, the chances are great that you are probably feeling in some way, have have questions about it, or are feeling or are trans, and that's
Yes.
fine. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more that I can go into because I feel like we basically scratched the surface, and I also think that you probably want to cut it off because we've been going for a while.
Yeah. It's been a while,
Thanks.
but for me, I think we can definitely. Um, I feel like
I, I can keep going for a while.
yeah, that's why I was thinking like, okay, how to close it off because it's such a good topic. I think we're definitely gonna come back to this topic for sure, especially because
Yeah,
you're in the transition. So I think it's a good thing to keep sharing and keep promoting and no, and also
I think so too. Yeah,
my most important thing is like that my friend is being herself, and I'm
yeah,
really happy that you found something that changes your life and makes you happy.
yeah.
Because
That's the best takeaway from this. Have become much more confident and
yeah,
happier.
and also I'm already used to calling you Chloe. It's
Yeah,
sweet.
it's not
It's
that difficult,
funny.
right?
It's not difficult, right? It's a small switch, but of course, I've been saying your that name for years. Um, but I felt
Thank you.
like, hey, this person is changing, is happy. Saying another name is not that hard,
It,
you
it's
know.
it's basically what I've heard on subreddits and whatever. It's basically just if someone called Richard wants to call themselves Bob, why would you call them Richard?
Right.
That would be a dick thing to do. Like if you don't know any better and you know them by Richard, sure. But if they then say no, I'd rather be called Bob, then calling them keeping them calling them Richard would be just a terrible thing to do.
Exactly.
That's a way to think about it. If you you're not familiar with the subject, that a lot of people have nicknames that they rather call themselves by, and it's more. If you think about it like that, it's probably easier for some people to think about it.
Yes, and in my mind, it's like it's a small switch, and now just
Yeah.
like when I've talked to my girlfriend or other whatever, I just say Chloe. It's normal.
Yeah.
It's not for me like, oh, it's weird. No. Actually, when you told me about, oh, I'm transgender, I was shocked, but I was like immediately happy, you know.
Yeah.
And I told you too, like I'm so proud of you, like
Yeah, you
nice.
did. You did. And that's cool.
It's freaking amazing. And if a friend is saying something else or is against it, then that person was not your friend.
No, exactly. And I've and it's really great because I've not had any friends or yet family members, because I've not told all my whole family.
Yes.
But I've not had anyone be bad about it, weird about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good. I don't know how my family is gonna react. So we'll have to see, because they're more. Yeah, that's still a worry. How they're going to react, but yeah.
Right. When are you going to tell them? Like,
I
do
have
you
no
have a
clue.
plan yet, or just like when it happens, it happens?
Yeah, I don't really have plans to see any of them because of the virus, of course.
Right. Of the pandemic, it's a bit hard. I can imagine.
Yeah, so I want to do it in person, because I feel like that would be more would be better,
Yes, I think
because they're still I don't dislike them.
no,
Like I'm worried about their reactions, but I don't dislike them.
no.
I just know that there are a lot of really religious people in the family,
Okay,
so that's more why I'm just hesitant.
I
But
can
I'm also
imagine.
just like, get with the time, old folks.
This is
It's
me figure it out. Now it's your
yeah,
problem, not my problem anymore.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
me.
This is
Exactly.
also why I'm really comfortable with telling people right now. I just tell them this, and if they don't accept it, I'm just like, yeah, no, yeah,
Okay,
figure it
bye.
out yourself then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, bye.
okay, bye.
Exactly. And on that note, I wanted to close this episode. I think, again,
Yep.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
And of course, I will have more questions for sure. And
Don't hesitate to ask.
I'll ask for sure. And of course, I can
We
come
can
up.
do that.
I can come up with now,
Yeah.
but we will do like a second episode about it for sure. Because I feel like it's a
we
very
can do more. We can do more episodes about it. If you want.
it's for sure, because I find it's an important topic.
Yeah, I do too, and I like talking about it.
Yeah, and I'm learning a lot today. So and like the like the AGAB and the AFAB and the AMAB and like I had no clue.
Yeah, no, it's that's just acronyms that people use,
Nice.
because yeah, it's basically just, otherwise you would constantly say assign gender blah blah blah, which is just a mouthful.
Unless you're a rapper, it's good for your rapping skills.
Yeah, true. And I am a rapper, so I could do it, but
Yeah.
I
Also check her music. It's freaking dope.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, if you
also,
want.
quickly pluck your music. Pluck your music.
Oh yeah, it's still all under my dead name, so maybe I'll
Oh.
re-release it.
Okay. So let me know
Yeah,
when you do that.
you can go to Spotify and go to Close Until Further Notice, the album. That's that. I that I can say that.
It's fire.
Hmm?
It's fire. Check it out.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, with that, thank you for coming, Chloe.
Yeah. No
And,
problem.
thank you all for everyone for listening. Also, if you have questions and you want to send it in the comments, you can do it as well. I'll make sure Chloe reads everything, because nobody comment ever on my video, so it's fine.
That's fine. Just send me messages if there are questions. Just send me a message, just like,
Yes.
and I'll ask. I'll
I
answer.
will. I will. And also if you, oh, even if friends of mine or whatever have questions, just send a DM or whatever. It's be fine.
Yeah.
We figure it out.
Cool.
No worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.